Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to start typing on a path. So yesterday we talked about how you can click and start typing, or you can click and drag a box and type within that box. So what we're going to do now is you're going to use your paintbrush tool, and you are going to just paint a stroke on your page. Come back over here to your text tool, click on it, and you'll see that it looks just like it used to look. If we come close to our new line, it will turn into that shape right there, and that will allow you to type on a path. So I'm going to click when I'm at that mode, and you can see that I'm going to type on a path. Okay, I can highlight, and I can change my size. And you'll see that if I get too large, it will eventually go off of my path, so it will not all be seen. So I'm going to put it at something that I can see it all. Okay, just like that. And I'm able to select it just like I could before. Something else that I wanted to point out is you'll see that at the very end and the very beginning we have a little line. It's a straight line right there. If I click on that line, I am able to actually move my words almost as if it's like a roller coaster. Okay, so if I wanted to position it in a different area, I can do so just by dragging like that. Okay? That's it with that. And we change our text just like we did before. We click and we can change it all up in here. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. And the next thing we're going to do is look at our appearance panel. So we're going to go ahead and just draw a circle. And just like we've done before, we can change the outer stroke. Okay, so let's just say we wanted to add another ring around it. We're going to go ahead and go to Window and Appearance, and a panel will pop up over here on the side. And you'll see that we have a stroke. We can turn that off, turn it back on, and there's our fill. If we want to add a new stroke, we're going to go ahead and add it like that. And we can change the color of it. And you can change the size of it, and you'll see that our pink changes as our green changes. And we're also able to move this around depending on where you want it. And it will cover up other things. So I'm going to keep mine like that, but I can add another one. And we'll make that one gray. Up our green one. And up our pink. So you can see that it can totally change as you go. We can also then change our fill if we want at that point. And that's how you add that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and delete this, and we're going to just add a simple circle. And we'll bring our stroke size back down. And we're going to do a gradient fill. So if you go over here on the side, you'll see there's a gradient tool right over here. So we're going to click on the gradient tool. And if it doesn't pop up, you'll see it's over here on the right as well. So click on that. And we want to make sure that we're selected on the fill. If you click on inside your circle, you will get a toolbar or a gradient bar that comes across. You can make all your changes right through this bar. You can use this over here, but you don't have to. If you click here, you'll see that so far you have two colors. You have white and you have black over here. If I wanted to add another color, I could click wherever I want, see where there's the plus, and I can add another color. Okay, so all you have to do to change your color is double click, and you'll get your colors. Okay, so I'm going to come here and change the next color. So you can have as many or as small amounts as you want. Okay, and let's just say I changed my mind and I really didn't want 4, I only wanted 3. So I would click on whatever one I want to delete. You can even do it over here, is probably the easiest, and you hit the trash can and it will delete it. Okay, and I can come right back and add it back in if I want to. Okay, so, and along with this bar, you'll see that on the left side's a circle and on the right side is like a diamond. Using that diamond, you're able to change the length of the gradient bar. Okay, so you can manipulate that in a lot of different ways. If you click over here on the right, it actually moves the bar itself. Okay. Another thing you can do with the bar is if you come all the way to the end, you'll see that my arrow has changed into a circle. So I can click right there and I can rotate the bar in different directions. Okay, so you can change the way your gradient is shown. Okay, we're just going to go over one more thing in this lesson. So let's go ahead and delete what we've done, and we're going to use the Shape Builder tool. So let's go ahead and just pick a white fill with just a black stroke, and we're just going to draw a circle. Yeah, not a rectangle, we want a circle. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and draw a rectangle on top of that one. I was holding shift down. I did not need to do that. Okay, just like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to select both of them. So you can do this by either clicking and circling them both, or you can click and hold down shift and select them both that way. Over here on the left in your toolbar, you'll see that there's a button that's called the Shape Builder tool. So we're going to click on your Shape Builder tool. Okay, and all you have to do is you can just click and hold and just drag through both of them, and it will create one solid shape. Okay, so just as if you drew this shape regular, you can go ahead and you can change the fill and the stroke, and it is now one object together. Okay, so same way we just did that, we're going to draw a rectangle, and we're going to draw a circle over here. Okay, and just like we did last time, we're going to select them both, and we're going to go back to the Shape Builder tool. Now, instead of combining them both, what I want to do this time is remove this section. So you can see that when I go over each section, there's a little plus right there. If I hold down the Alt key, it will become a minus. Okay, so I'm going to come right here in this middle section. I'm going to hold down the Alt key, and I'm going to click. And what that did is it actually subtracted this from our shape. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to my selection tool, click out of there, and I'm going to click on this outer part and delete. Okay, so it actually removed that section, so now I have another new shape that I can do whatever I want with. And that is all that we are going to go over today. So what you just learned right now is enough to complete the assignment number 2 on Canvas for Illustrator.